Wait a minute, I thought it was supposed to have some kind of warning before it actually went live. I'm still trying to cool off the inside of this car right now. For some reason there is no air conditioning. I probably need to get that changed. It's an issue because we're in South Carolina right now. Currently driving along I-26 East, heading towards Georgia and towards Florida, because we are off to the Kennedy Space Center. I got an invitation from NASA to be a part of this NASA social program. It's this thing where they bring in people from the public that do different things with social media and have them cover events that NASA's doing, like launches. And I've applied before. Most of the time they did not have space to allow me to come down there, but thankfully this one here at the Kennedy Space Center on Thursday they had space for and said you can come down and cover it. So I'm super excited about that. On my way down now, and it is of course like 82 degrees outside, and I have no air conditioning in this vehicle, so forgive me if I look very sweaty and or disgruntled. I think that's pretty true of my appearance most of the time, because it's like on one hand I can roll the windows down, but then there's just all that noise in the background and I really don't want to deal with that. So just been doing a lot of thinking lately and really trying to figure out what it is I want to do, but realizing that I have been far too uptight with my standards and with my hesitance to dive into anything. I need to actually start talking through it and start trying to work it out to see what feels right, what actually works, kind of on a broader scale. I think one of the things I worried about was that I didn't want to start doing the show until I felt mature enough to do it. And I realized something. Isn't the more interesting journey to cover the entire journey of me maturing through it, of me learning things as they happen, of me figuring it all out on the scene? That, I think, is a far better journey to cover than to try to wait until I'm at some level of wisdom or some level of understanding of the world where all of a sudden then I'm okay to do the show. I don't believe that, honestly. Maybe that's what it felt like before because I didn't have enough exposure to things to realize that you're never going to get to a point where you understand it all. So it's a much better strategy to say, why don't we cover learning it along the way? So that's exactly what I want to do. And I'm learning more stuff every day. I'm telling you. And it's been incredible. So it's late May 2017 here, driving through South Carolina. I love this state, and I'm just so grateful for this opportunity to be able to do this, to be able to step away from work, step away from all of the BS back home for a little bit, and just say we're taking a road trip all the way down to Florida from Michigan, and just going for it, honestly. And I have never been to any sort of space center. I think the closest thing I've come to is like the Ann Arbor Science Museum in Michigan, Toledo with their COSI back when they had that, but by and large I have not had exposure to NASA type stuff, and certainly not a rocket launch, not a live rocket launch. So I'm really looking forward to that, really looking forward to witnessing something like that live. See, my mantra is it's all about the experience, and anytime I see a new type of life experience where it's a scene, it's a setting, it's a thing happening that I have never encountered before and I have never been exposed to before, I love that. And I love if I have an opportunity to then latch on to that and do something with it. So that's why when I received that email a couple weeks ago, actually it wasn't that long ago, it was like 8 weeks ago, saying that I could come, oh my gosh, I was up here. I just was on the ceiling with how excited I was, and just wanted to give you a little update here, let you know that we're on the way, and it's going to be a great week. There's some behind the scenes tours and kind of meeting with NASA scientists on Wednesday, and the actual rocket launch for this cargo shipment for SpaceX. That is on Thursday, June 1st. So, looking forward to it. Enjoying the journey. For now, as always, I'm Rennie Gutenschwager. Tuesday, May 30th, 2017. You're watching The Brennan Show.